Not every sports team should be doing constant merch drops, but some teams, I think they're built for it. Their fans don't just support the team, they use it to express who they are. Now, this video isn't about hype drops or artificial scarcity. It's about why certain hockey teams, such as the Sharks, Avalanche, and Red Wings, have fan bases that are primed for special merch, and why individuality plays a bigger role in sports culture than most brands give credit for. By the way, if these kinds of videos are your thing, please consider subscribing because I plan on making a lot of content this way. Love sports marketing and I love creative marketing in general, but I plan to build a lot of content around this kind of thing. Most teams treat merch the same way. Seasonal refresh, new logo lockup, maybe a special edition when they make the playoffs. That works fine when it's just souvenirs. But some fan bases don't want that, so they want expression. And the difference between those two things is everything. So working as a creative marketer for so many years, especially for brands where identities and community kind of matters, you kind of notice a few things here and there. Some audiences are perfectly happy with standard releases. Others are constantly searching for differentiation, subculture alignment, and a sense of belonging, which kind of goes hand in hand. That same psychology shows up in sports marketing. So at a basic level, fans do want to belong. And yes, some of them want to belong hard. But once that level of belonging is established, the next thing they want is distinction, uniqueness, and so on. That's why limited drops work, alternate jerseys always sell out, and unofficial merch thrives. It's not about price or rarity. It's about signaling, this is how I connect to this team. Here are a few examples of some teams that are built for this, such as the Sharks, Avalanche, and Red Wings, who share a few traits, such as fans are ingrained in the culture, they have a strong visual identity, and fans already self-differentiate. These aren't casual fan bases. They have generational loyalty, regional pride, and subculture overlap. So when you introduce a special drop, it doesn't feel random. It feels like a new chapter that's already alive. Something that fans, especially the diehard fans, can't wait to hear come game day. This is why I approach these concepts the way I did. For the Red Wings, this is their centennial season. And if you don't know about the Red Wings, they are an original six team with a legendary legacy with players like Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe, making a special crosshatch version like my previous video, along with the skyline to Detroit on the front hoodie pocket, as well as commemorating the 100-year anniversary of the team, was absolutely essential. Now, let's consider newer teams such as the Avalanche. Even though they've been around for 30 years, their fan base is just as passionate as other well-known hockey markets, especially considering their impressive season this year. A crewneck sweatshirt, along with the elements that I mentioned earlier, such as the city lights and some vintage touches, is crucial for fans to feel that unique distinction. And finally, the Sharks, despite not having won a cup yet, have a young core that I genuinely believe will inspire the fan base for years to come. This is why I opted for a similar design to the Avs, incorporating city lights, a vintage touch, and an overall stylish vibe. In the end, each piece feels like the team, just expressed through a different lens. That's the point of special drops. Not replacement, just a little expansion. That's all. Now, brands always steer clear of doing special drops just in fear of alienating their fans. While it's true that there are costs involved, opting for simplicity is always the safe approach. However, for the right teams, the greater risk, I feel, is to underserve them. When fans crave expression and are offered the same as others, they seek alternatives elsewhere. Look, I get it. Special merch drops aren't for everyone, but for the right teams, they're not a gamble, they're an opportunity. The key isn't creativity, it's understanding who your fans are trying to be. So I'll keep breaking down these signals, not as hypotheticals, just signals, that's all. Because when you start tapping into the psychology, the design choices or the design direction starts to make a little bit more sense. And quite frankly, I'm kind of obsessed making these. I do like little details that start to come alive little by little when you start adding to it. So yeah, I'll just keep creating. So thanks for watching. If you're digging this, just consider liking and subscribing. But if you're really feeling this, you can also click on that bell so you can know when I just posted. Thanks so much. Peace.